Should you be creating content for social media on just one platform or multiple platforms? Especially if you're just starting out as a beginner, all right? Now, there are two schools of thought here. I'll share what my opinion is, but in fact, let's just start with my opinion. If this TikTok ban and return and, and potential ban again in the future, whatever the case may be, if it has taught us anything, right, you shouldn't have all your eggs in one basket. So that should probably tell you where my school of thought lies, right? What direction I'm leaning towards. Even if you are just getting started, I feel like you should, if you can help it, you should be on multiple platforms, because a lot of times, especially if you're producing short form content, a lot of these platforms are pretty much, they're very similar, okay? They're very similar. So you produce a piece of content for one platform, you can easily repurpose it and put it on the other platforms. And now it just becomes a matter of just going through the, I guess, task, right? If you want to call it the tedious task of posting that content on all the different platforms, okay? Now, the other school of thought on the other side of things, right? A lot of people, people way more experienced, way more advanced than me, guru, so to speak. A lot of times they will say, if you're just starting out, it's good to just be on one platform, okay? And I understand, it makes sense, right? If you're just beginning with content creation and creating content, right, it's good to just be on one platform so you can learn that platform, master that platform before you start branching out towards others, okay? So I understand that. It totally makes sense, right? The whole idea of this now leans more towards the idea of not being a jack of all trades, right, and master of none, okay? But when I look at, what happened recently, and keeping TikTok aside, just the mere fact that these platforms can close your channel, just remove your channel from their platform for any given reason on a whim. You can lose. You remember these, yes, there are channels and our profiles and all that, but we don't necessarily own them, okay? You could have your YouTube channel removed because you supposedly, violated a community guideline or something like that. If YouTube was your only, social media platform, what then, right? Just like the people who were only on TikTok, right? Who potentially basically, if it was an extended thing, could have lost their businesses overnight, right? The money that they were making, the money that they rely on to pay their bills. So there's valid reasons for both schools of thought, but for me, when I, especially for my purposes and what I do, which is promoting, I'm looking to, do an affiliate marketing, digital marketing, promoting more specifically, mostly digital products. I tend to lean more on the side of spreading my, going across multiple platforms. And speaking of which, if you would like to learn how to make more money from selling digital products, I do have a link. It's going to be the first link in the description below this video that you can go to, and it will give you access to some great training that will show you how to get started creating your own digital products, if that's something you want to do, and teaching you how to sell them, or promoting other people's digital products, whereby you're promoting them as an affiliate, right? Or if you get the chance to have to, master resale rights or PLR rights to own the products yourself that you didn't create and resell them, that's something you can do as well, right? The process for the most part is generally going to be the same. These are digital products, and there is a major opportunity there to make some really decent money, right? Because we're not talking about physical products where the margins are so small, right? And so there's only but so much that you can make, right? So, but anyway, that's that. If you're interested, first link in the description below this video. Now, like I was trying to say, for my purposes, right, if that's something that we're doing, for me, it makes more sense to have multiple, to be on several different platforms, okay? Because it gives you access to more audiences, different audiences that you can bring into your world and introduce them to your products and whatever you are selling, okay? So that's just my thinking. I'd like to know what you think, right? What your perspective or what your opinion on this is, right? Let me know in the comment section below. That would be something that I would find pretty interesting. And let me know if you are on several different platforms, okay? See, the thing is, and I can, despite the fact that I lean more towards the side of wanting to be on several different platforms all at the same time, even when just starting out, I can completely understand the rationale behind starting out and starting off on just one. And I say that because my primary platform right now is YouTube, and even though I've wanted to be on several other platforms, I find myself spending or I find myself having struggled a little bit to also be on the other platforms, maybe because of the amount of work that goes into YouTube. I don't necessarily I don't actually, no, that's not the reason why. The reason why is because the kind of content that I produce on that I put out on YouTube, more of the long form content, is more suited for platforms like YouTube, right? As opposed to some of those other platforms that are more suited for short form content. So if I was doing, if I was producing more shorts on YouTube, then yes, it would have made it, I guess I could just pluck my videos from here and just post them on all the different platforms. But because I have started learning about the other platforms and how they work, and I'm starting to see how powerful they can be, as as opposed to, and what I'm losing and what I'm missing out on by only being on YouTube, especially when I think of like Instagram and Threads and all that, like, and all the different things and options that I'm learning about that you can do. Again, it's they're extremely powerful, right? So I will say I have definitely been doing myself a disservice by not being on all those platforms, and maybe I should use this as a way to keep myself accountable. I am actually going to start being a lot more active on those platforms, and what I will do is I will post the links to all my profiles on the different platforms that I'm going to be on, so that if you like the stuff that I talk about, if you like the stuff that I share, and you want to learn more about what I do and how you can do it yourself as well, then you can also go follow me on those platforms as well and see what I'm doing there, how I'm doing it there, in the event that you decide you want to do the same thing. And I will also look to, like maybe report maybe a month from now to show how that might have necessarily affected my my business as a whole, right? Like what kind of gains am I getting, what kind of have I seen like some improved results on my bottom line overall. Okay, my expectation is that it will improve my results by leaps and bounds, right? Common sense would dictate that, right? If you have more hooks out in the sea, of course you're likely to get more fish than, let's just say, you have just one, right? So, and not only that, that's going to be a good way, or a great way, to rapidly I think if I do promote on those other channels, right, to rapidly increase my subscriber growth here on my YouTube channel, okay? Because one of the biggest things is getting those 1,000 subscribers, right? In order to be monetized through the YouTube Partner Program. But then the part that I'm still going to be probably struggling quite a bit with is the long form. It's the watch hours, okay? But my thought process is that if I can get people on the other short form content platforms who are interested in what I'm sharing, and they want to see more and more detailed information of what I'm providing there, then they will come hop on to YouTube here and watch some of my, you know, longer stuff. So let's see if it works. Hopefully, I mean, if we all of a sudden start seeing like a massive, huge subscriber count jump, like, you know, considering how slowly my subscriber count has been growing, if we start seeing a massive one come up that quickly, then we'll know the reason. We'll know what it was. Okay. So, I will go ahead and, post all my different, social media, profile links in the description below this video if you want to check them out. Bear with me, a lot of them might probably be really bare, just because, in fact, they will be pretty bare because I haven't done much on any of them besides maybe Instagram and Threads, stuff like that. Okay. All right, that's it. Don't forget, if you want to get access to that training, that will actually show you how to be on all these, you know, how to leverage all these different platforms, right? And start, you know, an online digital marketing business promoting digital products. Check out that first link in the description below this video, and I will catch you in my next one. Thank you ever so much for watching. Ciao.